Would you say that when the words competitive environment are spoken, oftentimes we're speaking about the sporting world?
Absolutely.
Okay. Like the NFL is competitive, there's parity, baseball's competitive, football, hockey, football with a FUT, golf, tennis, those are all highly competitive. But think about this. If you sign a Major League Baseball contract to play for $30 million a year and you suck, how much do you make? $30 million a year. If you sign a NFL contract to play for $10 million a year and you suck, how much do you make?
$10 million.
Hockey,
Same thing.
basketball, same thing. Golf is more of a commission sport. John Rahm won the tournament 2 weeks ago. I think he made $1.5 million. Second place was $900,000. If you finished the tournament, you made $80,000. I think there were 43 or 44 players in it. Okay? However, your competitive environment is a little bit different. There is only one place paid. You win or you lose. No customer comes in, you work them, you can't get them to say yes, it's going to happen, right?
Unfortunately, yes.
Do you follow them up?
I do, 100%.
Okay. Same customer came to my store. I worked them. I couldn't get them to say yes either. I follow them up as well. But when I follow them up, I get this message from the customer. Customer says, Steve, you're a great guy, man. Enjoyed your company. You're a super, super duper guy. Loved your car, loved your dealership. But we bought from our man Noel over at Premier. It was a photo finish, and you finished second by a nose. What's my reward for finishing second by a nose?
Nada.
Nothing. In the commission sales world, you win or you lose. Now, let's get back to the sporting world. I think starting next week, where are all the professional baseball players going to be?
Spring training.
Florida or Arizona, spring training. Now, these are the, top 0.0001% of the athletes in the world? I mean, they can hit a 95-mile-an-hour fastball moving around with a round bat. Okay? Come July next year, where will all the NFL players be?
Sitting on the rest.
No, they'll be in summer camp.
Oh, that's right.
NBA players will be in summer camp. Hockey players will be in summer camp. Professional golfers never quit practicing. Tennis players never quit practicing. So theoretically, in our environment, Alex, we should practice all the time because there's only one place. It pays first place, that's it. But Noel, you've been in the business for a while. Is there really a culture of practice in our industry?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. But Hunter, I mean, I happen to know, because you mentioned it last night, how long have you been watching me on YouTube?
About 3 years.
You've been watching me for 3 years. But I bet you're watching other people too, though.
Yeah.
Andy Elliott,
Yeah.
Grant Cardone.
A little bit.
Who were some of the other ones?
Joe Verdi was big for a long time.
Really, Andy Elliott and you were the ones I really cleaned.
That means you're studying your profession. That puts you heads above the crowd, okay? I heard there was a basketball player some time ago, you may not remember him, John Lucas. I think he played for either the Dallas or Houston franchise. Was a great player. Was a great player in college, great player in the NBA. And they were interviewing him. I was in Dallas last summer and caught the interview on the radio. And he was talking about practice. They were talking about the greatest practice player in history. Who's the greatest practice player in history? Michael Jordan, who also happened to be arguably the greatest player in history. You know, they say he practiced like a lunatic. I mean, it was balls to the wall. I mean, he played it every bit as hard as he played the game, which made him a much better player. He said this about practice. He goes, I didn't practice to get it right. I practiced until I could not get it wrong. Think about that. So yeah, Hunter, you're going to be able to do this every bit as well as I do it. Make no mistake. Greg, you're already half as good as I am, maybe closer to 3/4 as good as I am. Mike, it won't, I mean, is this stuff complicated?
No, no.
No, this isn't complicated stuff. If it was complicated stuff, guess what? I couldn't teach it. That I can promise you. I mean, I know what my IQ is. Whatever the average IQ in this room is, I'm like 3 points right below it. Right?